All right, Grizzlies, our next word is the word open-minded. Open-minded. Go ahead and take a moment this week to see if we can pick apart what that IB Learner Profile word and our character trait of the week really means. Open-minded. Welcome back. The word open-minded means willing to consider new ideas. Willing means you are able. You are desiring to be open to new ideas. So if you're willing to consider new ideas, you're open-minded. Let's hear a quote. Open your mind before you open your mouth. Open your mind before you open your mouth. Go ahead and take a moment, see if you can pick that apart. All right, the quote was, open your mind before you open your mouth. This makes me think of a few conversations that I've had, actually very recently. Let's just simplify. I love asking people what they like. What's your favorite kind of cookie? What's your favorite ice cream? What's your favorite kind of sandwich? And sometimes you hear really weird things, like, I like pistachio ice cream. And I'll go like this, ew, pistachio? That's disgusting. I like chocolate chip. Now, I've never tried pistachio ice cream. It doesn't sound that appealing, but I've never tried it. So by saying, ew, that's gross, without even trying it, that would be closed-minded. Opening your mind would be like, pistachio? I'll give it a shot sometime. Maybe you're right. But so many times we get stuck in our ways and we just want to respond to somebody without really opening our mind. Like if I asked you, hey, do you like soccer? And you went, oh, no, I hate soccer. Have you ever really tried soccer? Have you played on a team? If you have, then maybe your answer is going to be, you know what? I tried soccer once and it just wasn't my thing. I really don't like running. Well, that's understandable. You know what? I tried soccer once, but I really found out that I love baseball. Great. I'm glad that you tried it. But again, we have to open our mind before we open our mouth and speak on something. We have some questions today, and the questions are going to start with, have you been open-minded? Go ahead and take a moment. Have you been open-minded? All right, welcome. Have you been open-minded? I think for the most part that I have been open-minded. With the example of the pistachio ice cream, that is a real conversation that I probably would have. I don't always try different types of foods. Not as adventurous as I should be, but I'm sure that I could learn more about other cultures by trying different types of foods. I eat the same stuff. Hamburgers, hot dogs, vegetables, burritos, sushi. I stay really on stuff that's very easy to get that's around here, but maybe I should branch out and try something different because who knows? As far as activities, I'm usually very open-minded and other people's ideas. Other people are entitled to so many things. First of all, they're entitled to respect. So no matter what they say or think, we can still respect them. They can be entitled to food preferences. They can be entitled to sports preferences. They can be entitled to favorites. They can be entitled to religion. They can be entitled to so many different things, but that's the way that they were raised. If we're open-minded, we say, let me see something from that point of view. And we go, yeah, that doesn't work for me, or maybe that does work for me. And it's not always one way or the other. Maybe it just changes a thought in your mind. That's what being open-minded is about, and I think that I have been fairly open-minded. The next question is, what should we be open-minded to? What should we be open-minded to? Go ahead and take a second. Welcome back. The question is, what should we be open-minded to? As I think of this, I just mentioned that list. There's so many different things. Ideas, cultures, religions, expressions, the way people talk, the way people act. Maybe you find a friend who acts a little bit different than their other friends, but that's okay. Be open-minded to it. Understand that that person acts that way because of things that have happened to them in the past. We all have things that shape us, so be open-minded to that and be understanding. But we can be open-minded to just about anything. Doesn't mean we have to agree with it, but just listen to understand and then politely disagree. That's the way that we go. You know what? I really appreciate what you've brought to my attention. However, it's just not what works for me. That is a polite way to disagree. The final question that I have for you guys is, how can we continue to be open-minded? Because it seems like the older we get, the more closed-minded we get. How can we, as young students, as we go into middle school and high school, and wherever we choose to go after high school, some of us college, some of us a career, and some of us will go to school after school, how can we continue to challenge ourselves to be open-minded? Go ahead and take a moment. All right, welcome back. The question was, how can we continue to be open-minded? And I just think it's important that we always push ourselves out of that comfort zone. Don't get stuck being comfortable. Greatness comes from trying new experiences. I have tried many food places that I absolutely despise. I'll never have them again. Ask my middle schoolers. They'll tell you about some fish tacos that I made this year. Not a good experience. However, I learned that I'm not a very good cook and that I really don't like fish tacos that much. It was a learning experience. I also found that there are many different places that I love to go and eat. Now, that doesn't mean I always walk into a restaurant and they make my favorite meal. Sometimes I go and I leave and I go, oh, I tried it. Sometimes I leave and I go, yeah, I'm going to be coming back to this place. But if we never try, then we're never going to find those amazing places. So sometimes it's okay to be not let down, but less than impressed. Because when you're less than impressed, you really appreciate the times where you come out and you find new favorites. So continue to be open-minded, not only with food, with ideas, with thoughts, with the way that we treat others and interact with others. And just remember to be respectful, and everybody's entitled to their opinions and their thoughts. And not everybody's going to have the capability of being open-minded like you guys. You have to be open-minded to that thought. But just continue to be patient and continue to grow. Thanks for joining us. I hope you guys enjoy the next activity.